anything's possible. If you try and be patient, it pays off while you're waiting. The seeds you water will grow, the rest will follow. Cause this life's what you make it, and some rules are for breaking. Destiny will play its role, you know. What's meant to be will be, even when it's not easy. Live your life free, no boundaries, even when it's not easy. If you give love, you get love. If you give up, you get nothing. Can't you see? If you just believe anything's possible, don't rush too much. When it gets rough, get tough, sing with me. Through everything, anything is possible. Doesn't always make sense why some things gotta happen. Fight through the rain, cause you know the sun will follow. If you practice persistence, somebody's gonna witness you're working hard and it shows. You know what's meant to be will be, even when it's not easy. Live your life free, no boundaries, even when it's not easy. If you give love, you get love. If you give up, you get nothing. Can't you see? If you just believe anything's possible, don't rush too much. When it gets rough, get tough, sing with me. Through everything, anything is possible. Are you ready to go? I've waited for a long time. I must be out of my mind. Now I'm ready for this to start. When the lights go out, it's so dark. When the moment comes to find the part, are you ready to go? Go, go, go. Are you ready to go? Go, go, go. Are you ready to go?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our December Leaders webinar for Gerber Scout Reservation. My name is Mary Steck, and I'm going to get us started tonight. Drew and I have been working already and are very excited to be planning Summer Camp 2021. And we're going to share tonight with you some of the things that we've been working on. And we will continue to do this every month as we work towards the beginning of Summer Camp. And like our slide says, welcome home. We're happy to have you back at Gerber. Chris, next slide, please. So to start our meeting, we know there are going to be a lot of COVID questions. Gerber Scout Reservation is going to follow the guidelines that are given to us by the MCC board, and those are based on the current information that they're getting from the state of Michigan, CDC, and LARA, which is our licensing agency. We will keep you updated as we have new information. Right now, you know what we know. So if there are any changes, I will get that to you if you are registered for camp. That will come to you in an email. You can also find it on the MCC website. So for tonight, if you have questions, and going forward, if you have questions about COVID, please submit those in an email. My email address is on the screen as well as Drew's. If you would submit those to us in that format, we will answer them as soon as we have that information, or we'll direct them to the appropriate person. If you have questions, other types of questions tonight, you can go ahead and type those into the chat. Diana's going to monitor that for us, and we'll answer them at the end. Next slide, please, Chris. So just to get us started, we've had some changes in the leadership team at Gerber Scout Reservation. I was to be your camp director last summer, and most of you are aware of that, but we've had some other changes. Drew DeMall is joining us as our reservation director. He has a lot of hats that he wears in that regard, but for our purpose tonight, he is our reservation director. He comes to us from Southern Shores, but he's also, prior to that, been involved with President Ford. I am coming to you as our camp director, but also our year-round program specialist. I am involved in summer camp, but also year-round programming. And before that, I worked at President Ford as a district director, and some of you may know me from that role. New to Gerber, and I'm very excited to introduce to you tonight, Marie White. Marie is going to be our summer camp program director. She is coming to us from Mount Baker Council in Washington. She is an educator and spends her normal school year teaching kids. She's been very involved in scouting. She has 2 boys that are involved in the scouting program. She has worked with their Scout Reach program in the Mount Baker Council, and she has held many leadership roles at Fire Mountain Scout Camp. I worked with her there for a summer, and I'm so excited that she is going to be able to join us, and look forward to spending more time and for you all to get to know her. Chris, go ahead. Drew?
Awesome. So we want to announce a great program that we have going forward in 2021. It's our Gold Unit Loyalty Plan. So some of you guys have already taken advantage of that, but just want to hit some key highlights on this that for those that haven't signed up for this program. It's a great opportunity for those to receive benefits for 2021 for our summer camp. The key thing you have to do is you have to be willing to put down a $500 deposit. Normally you put down a $200, but we ask for $500. But with that, you get to receive some great benefits. You get to whatever 2020 camp fees are. That'll be your 2021 camp fees. You get to reserve priority registration for the same site and same camp, or if you wanted to move, you could, but and same session too. Huge thing, you get to receive 2 free leaders. For some of those that really like patches, you will be receiving a special gold trim summer camp patch for all the participants that are going to summer camp. And then you get to receive a gold unit loyalty plan ribbon that goes on your unit flag. For those that were signed up for 2020 summer camp, you can already start rolling over, but for those that haven't started or weren't planning to come to Gerber and our MCC camp, you can go ahead and register online, and there's a button there that you can select in your registration to be a gold loyalty program. This plan option ends on January 31st. So hurry up and get onto that gold loyalty program. It's a great opportunity for your scouts. And next up, we would like to welcome Mike Solgrove. He's been a part of MCC, and then previously before that, President Ford, and then Gerald Ford as the Scout Executive, and 40 plus years in scouting. A lot of great knowledge and wisdom coming from him, and I'd like to introduce him to talk to us a little bit about legendary camp experience. Mike, welcome, and thank you for coming on board.
My pleasure, Drew. Hi, Mary. Nice to see everybody with us tonight. Thank you so much for taking some of your time to learn about all the great things that are going to be happening in the Gerber Scout Reservation world for Summer Camp 2021. I want to start by sharing with you that a few years ago, I wrote a document for all of our Michigan Crossroads Council resident camps, Cub Scout, Weeblo, and Boy Scout, or Scouts BSA now, that talked about how to provide legendary camp experiences through legendary camp service to our customers. So this summer, all of our camps will be operating under this particular mode of operation. This mode of operation includes a very bold mission statement that talks about how everyone's experience will exceed their expectations, how it'll be done on 5 particular core values that I'll talk about in just a moment. But most importantly, commitment by the council outdoor programs team, by the reservation directors of each of the resident camps, by the camp directors and their camp staff to provide an experience for their youth and their adults that's beyond anything that they've ever experienced before. Those 5 core areas that I talked about, the first one deals with constant communication. And last week's meeting from the council, outdoor programs committee, this week's daily webinars on the resident camps, Rotary on Monday, yesterday DBRA, today Gerber Scout Reservation, and tomorrow Cole Canoe Base are all about the focus on clearly communicating to our adults, to our customers on a continuous basis. You'll notice that there'll be continuous webinars at all resident camps starting this month through May. That will provide ongoing leaders training, answering questions, delivering service, talking about what they're going to be doing, etc. The key focus to this is if you have a question, if your families have questions, if you have a particular need or experience that you're looking for, our leadership will be responding to your questions within 24 hours of you asking them. Clear and concise communications. This will further go through to the summer camp experience as they relate to daily meetings with our adult leaders, daily meetings with our senior patrol leaders and our Scout BSA troops to talk about how to improve their camp experience. Literally, it is the commitment to exceed consistently the expectations of our customers and our staff. And this begins, first of all, with clear and constant communications. Next, we'll be involving hiring the very best camp staff possible in all 5 of our resident camp operations. All of our Cub Scout, Weeblos, and Scouts BSA programs will all hire the very best possible staff that they can. This involves work from all of us. We've got to make sure that our very best scouts are applying to be at these positions in these different resident camps, particularly in Gerber Scout Reservation for tonight, as you relate to putting in your finest scouts to be examples to other scouts about what the very best scouting has to offer. So our camp staff leadership will be hiring these young people. They'll be spending a great deal of time each month providing webinars and training for each of these staff, not only on how to deal with COVID issues, but also how to deal with quality program issues and answering expectation issues and delivering just the outstanding services that we've come to expect from our staff. Staff will also experience 10-day summer camp training prior to your arrival in camp. This has been true at Gerber for many, many years, but now will involve all of the resident camps across the state as they bring in our camp staffs early to make sure that the camps are 100% prepared for the customer's arrival and will exceed their expectations upon their arrival. Be a part of this great hiring of great camp staff by sharing your best applicants with our resident camp directors so that they can truly engage the very best young people that we have involved. Next will be quality program. Without a doubt, people attend summer camp because of the outstanding experiences, the lifelong memories that are made at our scout camps that happen from a truly outstanding program. I used to tell my camp directors that at the closing campfire, the adults and the scouts don't want to leave and they have tears in their eyes, then you have succeeded and exceeding their expectations. If you gain evaluation scores that are 95% and above by the unit leadership week after week after week, session after session, then you're proving that you are indeed exceeding their expectations for a quality program. You will hear tonight from Gerber Scout Reservation, just as they've heard at Rotary on Monday night and last night at DBRA, about new programs that will be offered into the not only the Mayor Badge program areas, but all around the camp at dining hall meals, after the evening programs, additional wow factor programs that will be offered in each of these camps as a part of this legendary camp customer service. Next will involve the improvement and the growing of our facilities. Every one of our camps this coming summer will see new facilities offered for the customers, whether it's your campsite nest, whether it's your the new way in which the food will be served, the new program operations, new health and safety operations as it relates to COVID and other things. there'll be many new aspects that relate back to quality facilities. I know particularly at Gerber, I'm looking forward to seeing the new Cub Scout restroom and shower area, which is being constructed at this very moment, and quite honestly is just outstanding. And I applaud all those who are involved on the properties committees and the leadership of the camps in making that happen. You're going to see a lot of these things at all of the campsites as the leadership of our council and our camps focus on the nest areas for our campers. Lastly, you will see quality above, beyond, best bar none, camp food. I've showed it with people many times over the years. You can have the finest staff, the finest facilities, and the finest program. But if your food just isn't there, then that's the experience that people have in camp. And this summer, all of our resident camps will be going above and beyond to every single meal, exceed or make right by exceeding the expectations of our customers. You will see a different plan as it relates to how these camps will operate in service. So, a new mission statement that will drive these 5 core services that will then be evaluated every single day by our scouts, by our camp leadership, and by those adults that are involved in the scouting program. I salute the leadership of our council and our resident camp operations, and particularly our camp leadership in each of the resident camps as they strive to make this truly a legendary scout camp experience for all of our Cub Scouts, all of our Weeblos, all of our Scouts BSA. Drew, Mary, thanks for letting me be a part of you tonight.
Thanks, Mike. We're so glad that you could join us. It's really inspiring to listen to what you have to say about camp. So when Drew and I talked about planning tonight's webinar, we decided that as we were going forward, each month we would try to highlight some specific things. Tonight, you're going to get just a very brief overview of some things that are new or some changes that are going to happen. But as we go forward in January and February and March, we will each month target a couple of program areas and go in depth with the kinds of things that are going to be happening there. We'll talk a little bit about the merit badges that will happen there and any other changes that will be there. We'll talk about evening program. We'll talk about schedule and what that's going to look like. Tonight, we just want to hit some of those high points of things that we think you'll be excited to hear about. So Chris, next slide, please. One of the big things that leaders had asked about over the last couple of years was Eagle Quest. And the first decision that we made as a leadership team was that Eagle Quest is going to resume the type of programming that it has had in the past. So the morning is going to be Eagle Quest as you remember Eagle Quest. All rank areas will be worked on. Tenderfoot, second class, first class will all be worked on. Youth that come will be practicing the patrol method, and they will move through different skill areas or centers within Eagle Quest to work on and practice those skills. So as you sign up your new scouts for Eagle Quest, sign them up for that whole morning block so that they get that full experience of all of the things that Eagle Quest has to offer. In the afternoon, and this is a change, in the afternoon at Eagle Quest, the focus is going to be on cooking and first aid merit badges. It's really been a request over the last couple of years that we bring cooking back to camp, and we thought the best place to do that would be at Eagle Quest. We have the facilities and we have all the equipment there. So afternoon sessions will focus on cooking and first aid, and those will be merit badge areas that will be open to all campers. In the aquatics area, you're going to see the usual things happening, but one of the other things that we listened to from leaders last year was to bring back the BSA Guard program. This is going to be an all-day class. It's for strong swimmers that are 14 and older. It's a limited class size because of the intense nature of it, but that will be one of the new and exciting things that will be happening down at aquatics. Want to make sure that you're aware and that your kids are aware that the welding area and the forge will both be program areas. We have some specially trained staff that will be working in those areas so that your kids have very exciting programs there during the day. There will be multiple opportunities for them to sign up for that area. For safety reasons, class sizes will be limited in those areas, and there are some requirements about clothing, long pants, closed-toed shoes, those kinds of things. So those are the three major changes that you're going to see in those areas. Chris, next slide. The other new thing, and this is totally new to Gerber, is we are going to be offering 2 older youth programs. These are for scouts that are 14 and older. They will again have limited space because of the nature of the things that we're going to be doing. In the morning, the focus for the older youth is career exploration, specifically skilled trades. We are going to partner with local companies and local experts in the field. And so they will have a 5-day experience, and they will get to try their hand and learn about careers in drafting, in framing and construction, in electrical, in plumbing, and in finish work. These are all activities that are going to take place at camp. Our consultants are going to come in to work with the youth, but they will actually be hands-on, and they will get to try their hand at all of those specific areas. They will also learn from these experts what kind of an education you need to go into that field. What kind of money can you make if that's a job you're interested in? What kind of jobs are out there? Where might they want to go to school to learn that? So it's an exciting new thing that we are offering. I think we're the only ones in the state with that particular focus. In the afternoon, there's a second opportunity, and this is the high adventure opportunity. 3 of those days of the week will be off property. We will be taking a canoe trip. They will have the opportunity to canoe the White River. That's a good 4-hour trip. We will be going off camp and doing some fat tire biking. We have the equipment, but we want to take them off and get them exposed to some tracks. We will spend some time doing cope, some low cope, some high cope. Obviously, those are our on-property things. We need them to stay in camp on Wednesday because of family night and not be late for that activity. Zip line. We can obviously zip line at camp, but I am also working on an opportunity for them to go to another local establishment where they can do some really, really high-end, high adventure kinds of things. Until I finalize that, I'm not going to put that out there, but just know there's more coming when it comes to high adventure. And our high adventure staff are getting geared up and ready to go to do these kinds of things. It'll be a small number of youth. We'll probably need a couple of adults to go along, so think about that as you look at your day. And hang on for January, and we'll tackle a couple more specific program areas and a lot more specific detail. Chris?
Thanks, Mary. So as Mike was talking about, we do have some facility updates, with our Cub Scout shower house. That's, coming along very well. But for our Scouts BSA side, we have some great new things happening with our trading post. Go ahead and hit to the next slide there, Chris. We've come up with a kind of a cool name to include our logo, which is the moose and the cardinal. So we call it now, it's the Moose Junction Supply Company, where we supply all of your foods and trinkety items you need. So we came up with a new name. We're very excited about the new look, new store layout, easy access to things. We've started this fall kind of doing an online ordering option, and I'm working with our MCC's tech staff to for the winter time coming up here, January through May, to put some more of our cool Gerber swag up online for you guys to have. You might be able to see this nice jacket I'm wearing here as one of our new part of our new look that we're going to be offering as well. And the cool thing also that we're excited about is we're also going to be opening up our trading post year-round availability. So when units are here at our summer our camp in the off season as well, we're going to have some merchandise there that you can buy as well. So we are very excited about that. Another cool thing that Mary and them have kind of started in the past is our Gerber Scout Reservations Business Center. It used to be the old tech center, but we've turned it into our business center because we know that you guys as leaders still need to stay somewhat connected, even though you're taking a week off to come have fun with your youth. You might need to check in with your work or check in with something else. We have that in there for you guys. Internet coffee. It's leaders only. Mary is working diligently to make that spruce it up, giving a new coat of paint, new flooring. We're doing the works on it, making it look nice for our camp next year. Since we didn't have summer camp this year, we're trying to make sure that next year looks fantastic. So we look forward to seeing you guys all at our camp next year, and definitely check out our business center and our trading post next year as well. Go ahead into our next one.
So here are the dates coming up for the next monthly webinars. They are the third Wednesday of each month at 7 p.m. I've got the dates up there for you. Cub Scout people who are on, I think you've seen in the chat that Cub Scout registration will be open as we get to the first of the year. And so in January, we will start with each of these webinars to have a Cub focused time to give you the highlights about program at Cubside and what kinds of things are going to be happening there, and to answer your Cub Scout questions. So put these on your calendar if you can, get them reserved and ready to go, and we will just see you for each one of those. Drew, do you have anything else that you would like to cover?
I gotta unmute myself first.
Yep, you do.
Nope, I'm good. I thank everyone for coming out. I know we're going to move into our questions and answers here in just a second.
So just a second before you do that, I see Marie is on. Are you there, Marie?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, welcome to Gerber Scout Reservation. We are so excited to have you here, give you the opportunity to show your face and say hello to people. Anything you want to share?
Well, since I just met you all now, I think I'll listen and learn a little bit.
We are very excited that you're joining us this summer. So.
Mary, you're on mute if you're still talking at me.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize that I had. I'm going to take a peek at some of the questions that we have and see if there's anything that we need to address. Someone asked the minimum number for a troop to register. The minimum number is 5, but if you do not have 5 at this point, please contact me or contact Drew, and we will make sure that we can get you registered. There is a way to do that. So just let me know if you don't have that number yet. Provisional camping. We will have provisioning camping available each of the 5 weeks of summer camp. Again, please contact me and we can make sure to make that available for your youth, packs and troops. The registration site she put in the chat link there. Ken, Troop 5 is registered as a gold loyalty program unit. Bill, I will check. I made a note. I can't get into that system right at the moment, but I will take a look and I will email you and let you know. Yep, Diana put the dates up, so that's good. Answer that question. One of the facilities things that Drew and I did not mention, and it's not something you're necessarily going to see at summer camp, but when you are at camp, it's something that you might want to take a peek at. Chaffee Bunkhouse was given a major facelift, and a $40,000 investment was put into redoing and upgrading that facility. It has a new kitchen. It has updated and remodeled restrooms and showers. So as your units are thinking this spring about and in the fall about coming to camp in the off season, that's going to be a very nice place for you to visit. So when you're up at camp, take a peek over there. That's a huge investment of change that we've been working on. Question, and Diana, you're going to have to answer this, or maybe Chris. Do they need to pre-register for the webinars, the upcoming webinars?
Yes, they will. Yep.
Okay, and that can be found on the MCC website?
Yep. Very similar to how you registered for this particular one this evening. It'll be the same process.
And we will record them all, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Question about dining hall or patrol cooking. Gerber Scout Reservation has dining hall cooking. We have a fantastic, relatively new dining hall. It's very large. We have opportunity to spread out, and there's lots of room for units to use the dining hall. So unless there are changes, that we do not know about yet from COVID, we have dining hall cooking. Let's see. Provisional camping. It depends on how many provisional campers we have. In the past, we have some key units that are involved in our summer camp program who are very willing to adopt a provisional camper, which is nice because the kids then become part of another friends group and can spend their week with a group and get to know them. So it depends how many we have. If we have enough provisionals on any given week to form their own troop, we will do that. Otherwise, they will blend with existing troops that are similar in age to the camper that's coming in. Not a summer camp.
Hey, Mary, there was a question up here from Jeff about OA ceremonies and activities as part of Gerber.
I'll let you answer
OA
that.
Lodge has been doing reconstruction the past few months and working to merge all the lodges. So they're figuring all that stuff out. So we'll know more. Definitely make sure, Jeff, that you come to our leaders meetings that we had up and everything. So that way, that's going to be the best way to find out information, current information that's going to happen at Gerber is at those leaders meetings.
Thanks, Drew. I have a question from David Lambert. It's about using Gerber as a base camp for a day hike or a hiking weekend. If you would send me an email, David, I would be happy to help your unit plan that kind of activity. Gerber is a great place, and we're close enough to some trails to make that happen. So if you would email me, my email is up at the beginning of our presentation tonight. I would be happy to help with that. Is there a plan for venturing crews that decide to come to summer camp? We do not run a particular specific venturing program at summer camp, but we have the older youth programs that would be very appropriate for crew-aged people. They certainly can participate in some of the older youth programs that are available in all of the program areas. Chris, if you've got some kids that are thinking they want to do that, we'll talk and figure out a plan that works for them. Are there any other questions? Drew, do you have any final words?
Thank you all for coming tonight. We look forward to seeing you at Gerber, and we look forward to seeing you at our leaders meetings next year. And Marie, welcome aboard. I look forward to working with you next summer. And Mike, thank you for coming. And like Mary said, I love hearing your enthusiasm and the knowledge and wisdom that you bring to the table about our summer camps. So I appreciate Mike for coming on and talking about that. So.
Mike, do you have any final words of wisdom?
Yes, I would just share that again. It's everybody's role to assist Mary and Drew in bringing forth the very finest youth leadership that they have in their troop to be a part of this camp staff. We truly lead by example, and our best ought to be an example to the entire into all of the units that are attending our camps. Lastly, I hope that you will spread the great news about all of the great resident camps that are going to be operating this summer in Michigan. I promise you that based on their commitment to legendary camp service, these will be the finest camps the safest camps and the best operated camps that we've had in many, many years. And I salute all of the leaders involved.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you again for coming on tonight. We really appreciate it. There was a last question that popped up about leaders guides. Leaders guides will be available online on Friday, so you can go there. It's going to be a slightly different format this year. There is one leaders guide for MCC camps. The beginning of that leaders guide will have all of the items that are common to all camps, all of the administrative things that you're going to need to know. And then like a college catalog, it will break out into each camp and have all the camp specific information. So check the MCC website on Friday and those will be there for your use. Sean, Diana, anything tonight that you need to add or share? You got to unmute, Diana.
Yeah, there we go. We're good. We're good. I just want to say that Mary and Drew have been working really hard on getting the summer camp program up and going and picking up, the pieces on where it was left off. And they've been working, as I said, really, really hard on it. And I just want to say welcome to Marie. We're excited to have you part of our Gerber family for the summer. So thank you for coming on board. And Mary and Drew, thank you for all of your hard work. And we're very excited for the summer. And Mike, always a pleasure to see you a part of the team. Thank you.
That's it then. We are all set for this evening. We will see you again in January and have more information for you at that time. If you need anything in between, please feel free to email me or call me, and I will be helping you out with anything you might need. Thank you very much and have an enjoyable rest of your evening.